Hello, welcome back. I'm the Cardian. Today I would like to give you, the viewer, a rundown on how the Pokémon Tcg works. And because it is a bit complex, I'm going to split it up into its own mini-series. First of all, this is your battlefield that you're going to be playing on. Here's the active position, where you will always have one Pokémon unless you do not have any on the bench below, in which case you lose the game. Below the active position is the bench, where up to 5 other Pokémon can be stored at one time. To the left, you will find your prize cards. 6 cards is set aside at the beginning of the game to be drawn when you knock out opposing Pokémon. And finally, this is your deck spot where your deck goes, and your discard pile, where all cards that are not in use are stored. The next thing I want to bring up is how will you start a game. First, you and your opponent shuffle each other's deck, and then you set them in just the deck position. Then one of you calls a flip and the other flips it. Whoever wins this flip gets to choose who has their turn first. Next, both of you will draw 7 cards. This is your hand. Now, you should look in your hand for any Pokemon with basic in its top left corner. If either player does not have one, they shuffle their hand into their deck, doing what's called a mulligan, and draw a new hand of 7 cards. Note that the other player draws one for every mulligan the other player does. Next, you and your opponent draw 6 cards randomly out of that deck without looking at them, and place them in the area for your prize cards. Now, play one of your basic Pokemon in the active position, and then you can choose to play any number of other basic Pokemon on your bench, as long as it fills the requirement of less than 5 Pokemon. Then, you both flip your Pokemon over at the same time, and that's when the game starts. Each turn will begin by drawing a card, and either will end with an attack or a pass onto the next player's turn. You can only attack once per turn, and attacking ends your turn. Don't worry, I will explain a lot of the turn cycle and types of cards in the next segment of the series. Also, it is good to note that this is not the style you have to play in. It's just what you're going to see most people play on. Anyway, that's going to do it for this day's video. Comment down below if you liked this tutorial, subscribe if you haven't done so, and like the video to support our next. This is your local Cardian. Good day and good night.